Good morning, all. This is Russell Hughes from Hughes Realty Advisors with another episode of Commercial Real Estate Theater. We've been talking for the last couple months about survival and techniques and equipment that can be utilized to keep you and your family safe in case of an emergency. Well, what keeps you safe in an emergency with real estate? And that's the lease. What the lease says, what the different clauses are, and what has been negotiated. I have a standing joke with my clients. I pray to God you never figure out how good I am at my job, because if you do, something really, really bad happened. That said, bad things happen all the time. So it's important, just like in the case of having some food, water, and shelter, it's important to have those in your lease. So what does that look like? And what are the different parties involved in that? Well, some brokers and some clients think that they can pass the lease off to the lawyer, and the lawyer will do what lawyers do. And lawyers are great at doing lawyerly things. They're great at legal analysis of a lease. However, I doubt that many lawyers out there have had to deal with a sublease clause that precludes the tenant from marketing the space to an existing tenant in the building, or the sublease clause is so restrictive that they can't sublease to anyone because the requirements are so stringent. There are a lot of clauses like that. Relocation clauses are another example. Are they illegal? Yes. Are they a pain in the butt? Practically speaking, yes, they are. Will the landlord try to get away with it if it's a smaller deal? Yep, they will. But this is where a really good survival toolkit for leases comes in. And this is the difference between a broker who is just negotiating lease without really any understanding of how to paper that up, and someone with real expertise who understands the different lease clauses, understands what their monetary value is, understands their practical reality and their practical application in the real world, and is covering your butt for the next 2009, 2010. It's 2018, the economy's humming along, everybody's happy, everybody's moving and grooving and trying to make their business as big and as bad as possible. The reality is, this too shall pass. What that looks like, I don't know, but I plan for the worst and hope for the best. So, what are some of the clauses that are important to look at? I'm going to look at my notes real quick. Termination rights, expansion and contraction rights, audit rights, holdover. What are all these things? That's my job to know so you can focus on your business. But it's important to have all these things negotiated and properly executed within the legal document, the lease, to make sure that if you need to grow in the middle of the term, you've got that right. If you need to shrink in the middle of the term, you've got that right. If you need to grow and the landlord can't accommodate that growth, you have a termination right. All these things are critically important to make sure that they're in the lease. They're your survival tools for the term of your lease, and it's critical to make sure that they are accounted for. So next month, maybe we'll get back to emergency preparedness. But for right now, this is Russell Hughes with Hughes Realty Advisors. We are middle market specialists. We bring Fortune 100 experience to the middle market. And we will see you next month.